Right, now, marketing said number 33. This is very non-digital and non-techy. And I find this remarkable still, especially within our environment here within EC. But it continues to surprise me how many businesses, even in this room today, and you're all very progressive compared to the other players in your industry or your sector. You know, you're keen to progress. You've got ambition and drive. You want to do the right things for your customers. You want to develop and grow your business. So why then do still, to this day, so many EC members not answer their bloody phone? It happened live and very embarrassingly for an Inner Circle member just last week who was launching a brand new business. And we put his website up, and he's keen for us all to look at the website. And while we're all looking at the website, I just thought, well, I'll just give this a ring. So I just put my mobile up while we're in Inner Circle, clicked it to speaker, and his phone rang and rang and rang and rang and rang. And it's a brand new business, and he's not answering his phone. And what's even worse with a lot of people is you don't even know about the calls that you're missing. Because unless you put the thing in the right place, got it set up properly, you are genuinely kind of blissfully ignorant. And this is one of my big challenges, because when I talk about and tell these stories, everyone thinks, oh my God, how stupid. Couldn't possibly apply to me. But it does. And it applies to all. It's really hard to not miss a call. It genuinely is a lot harder than people realize. And I've got very sophisticated kit on our phone system, and I get an email from my phone system every night at 8 o'clock, and it tells me calls that we've missed today. Now, most days there's nothing on it, but at least once or twice a week there's numbers on there, and sometimes they only rang for like a second, because people dial and hang up, and you can't think about that. But knowing what you're missing is really key, and particularly because you want to make sales. And, we're going to convert these inquiries into sales. We've got to change it from a lead into a sale and a customer. And what that will often mean for many of our businesses is that we've got to talk to people. And what happens is people think, oh, I've got to get these sales, and they look at a call answering service. They might go talk to Jackie or to Graham Hill, and Graham say, well, we've got a minimum charge of £50 a month, whatever. I say, oh, God, not spending that much. And this is because they don't know, by the way, their cost to get a sale, because the minute you'd recognise what your cost to get a sale is, you'd recognise that actually they just need to answer a couple of calls a year to actually make that pay, and people look for the easiest, cheapest, fastest way, and you don't consider the whole picture. And all that effort that you've gone to drive traffic to your website, or to get those leaflets delivered, or to craft that ad or that email, and then you get the response that you want, and someone actually does what you want them to do, and they answer it, and you don't answer the phone. And it is just like this. It is just like this. And I talked before, and could have been me on Saturday this, but here we are. This is you in business, and because that's how dumb it is. That is how dumb it is to not have complete bomb-proof control over the answering of your phones. And what I've got to try and do is make you uncomfortable here, because I know we get frustrated because with our members, because we try and ring them up, and I know that you don't know it's us. Because we try calling from our mobile sometimes, and we'll hide our number, and you still don't pick the fucker up, and you're paying us money to help you make better marketers, and all this sexy stuff, and all this Facebook Messenger shit, and doing all this other stuff. It's all pissed away down the drain when you don't answer the frigging phone. And I'm not trying to be funny. It pains me. Right now, I don't know what the percentage is, but there is a percentage uplift in meaningful terms in almost all of your businesses if you never missed a call for the rest of the year. But most of you that's going to go past you, and you will continue to miss calls. And you're blissful because you don't know what you've missed. You don't know what you've missed. And it isn't a sale until the ball is in the hole. And in that regard, and Graham Hill told me many times ago, he said, this effective call answering, he said, it is a marketing pillar. And he said people should make sure that it's in place before they invest time and money in the sexier stuff. Why would you run Google ads or do a Facebook campaign or even watch Joe's webinar on engaging with your audiences until you knew for certain that you were never missing a call? It's a big challenge because, the call answering at Verbatim and Office Genie, those guys are fantastic. And they can do all this stuff, and they can take messages, answer questions, and do all sorts there. But my problem I go is that when I do this, you think, oh, it doesn't apply to me. And you're looking around thinking it's all these other poor buggers. But it's not, it's you. It's you. And we can kind of prove it and test it. One of the things, in the program, by the way, we as part of the program, you will be mystery shopped by your fellow program members and the EC team. Because one of the elements we're going to put in place, because there just isn't any point. There's no point filling your workbooks up, let alone going home and doing the work, unless or until you know for sure, with certainty, that you're answering the calls. Because there's not a single one of us here who wouldn't want to talk to a potential customer who was ringing us up. Not a single business would want to throw that away, but that is what's happening. And it's happening in this room, and it's happening today, and it'll happen tomorrow, unless or until you do something about it. And in golf terms, it is quite interesting because so many amateur golfers, they go down the driving range and they get the big dog out, and they're trying to hit their drive 300 yards, and they're trying to play the big shots. And anyone that plays golf, anyone will tell you that your score is made and it's improved around the greens. And if you want to get better at golf and you want to slash 10 shots off your handicap, fix the putting. You start holing consistently from 5 foot or 6 foot or even 10 foot, and you will decimate the field. You'll go through and destroy them. And that, in business terms, that's what this is about. It's about fixing the putting first. And you can have the most fancy